Yo,
we are definitely back, and we have a very. I'm not gonna say we always have guests out here. I'm gonna say a very, very, very special guest in the building.
Yes, we
Quason Matthews.
Quason Matthews, everyone.
Give him a clap for sure. For sure.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Let me start this one off properly. Now, it's the same person, just for the start interview, so people can see exactly who we have in the building. We have someone that brought to us That's Rap Show. I know a lot of people from our culture know exactly what that is. Mm-hmm. You've got the short film Casey. You've got the same person that done the UK BET Cypher. You've got the sketch Rupert from Don't Jealous Me Too. That one can't be believe me, I did. Trust me. You got Cool World Order, the founder of that, and then also a video that I'm into big time. Chip and Stormzy hear this. And I needed to. I'm one of those people. When I see a video, I have to see who directed it. When I saw it was you, I was like, okay, he's come back again.
Yeah, respect.
So yeah, we have Quason in the building for sure.
Thank you for having me, guys. Thank you.
Definitely. I feel like in this conversation we should get into a whole lot. Yeah. And I want to start from the start. What made Quason do what Quason started off doing, and what did you start doing as a whole? Because I know you've evolved.
Yeah. Long story short, it was just videos, not music videos though. It was I was just experimenting, like when I didn't know this is what I wanted to do. It was just stumbled across cameras and stuff and start messing around. People in the area said, shoot a video for me, and then the rest was history.
What was the first camera that you had? You started using?
It was it was an old Hitachi Japanese flip out thing. But it was 1080p though. It was HD. So
and how long ago was this?
That was like 7.5 years ago.
7.5 years. Damn.
This is my 8th year properly. 8.5 years coming up. Yeah.
So when you went into that moment where you're like, okay, I want to take this seriously now.
Yeah.
What routes did you have to take to make yourself that great videographer for people to follow you?
I had to make sure. I did a lot of practice, so I had to do a lot of free work just to get into that motion. I wasn't in the industry. I didn't have any phone numbers, stuff like that. So for me, it was just trying to do as much as I can within the area to begin with, and then eventually, as things started to go on blogs and websites, the name started to resonate with people.
So what was your first paid job? Do you
Interesting.
remember?
My first paid job was like £20, bro. It was like for some video in like Finsbury Park in North London I did for one guy, but I wasn't doing it for money then. It was just sort of like, I'll do your video, but just something, like to cover travel or something, because I didn't feel like I was ready to charge properly. So that was like, just my £20.
So what stage did you feel like you were ready to charge?
It was gradual, because at first I didn't think it was right to start off charging people a load of money. So I felt after I worked with certain names, I started to think, okay, cool, I've got a bit more recognition now, and gradually. So that happened over the years, like gradually increased prices and stuff like that, and until people just come for the brand and the work.
Yeah. And I also wanted to say, one of the first things that I saw with yourself was with partnership. I don't know if this is where you started, but the first thing that I saw was That's a Rap Show.
Yeah.
And tell me how that went up, because I'm a little kid at this point watching this stuff, thinking that this show is actually of our culture. I like it. So how did that whole thing come
So prior to That's Right, I was still doing music videos anyway, but then me and Poet, because he used to do music with Scribs, so we met through music.
He done music?
Yeah, Poet, he did Poet and Scribs back in the day. They did
See, I'm just gonna ignore myself there for a second, because I might come back on me, but anyway.
But they were all on Channel U and that back in the day, but
I'm sure I was a little kid watching it.
So we ended up doing a music video, and then it was just, I guess, right time, right place. We both were sort of thinking about doing a show, and then we just collaborated, and That's Rap was born.
What was that initial conversation to make it happen?
It was, we need to make a show. We need
simple.
We need to make a show. We need something that's cool, something that had music in it. So we had the cyphers at the end, and Poet had the personality. So I just did all the production around him basically, and we got the show out of it.
So talking about production, because obviously as a videographer you have to come with, okay, so we're going to do it like this, how we're going to shoot it. How did you get that kind of style for the show?
A lot of influence from YouTube, because at the time YouTube was now growing, and there was a few YouTubers on there doing certain things. So that told me like, that's the way to do it online. So then added my own flavor to some of the format. and then we added our culture to that format, and then that's how we got such a good show, and it went down. It was good. By second series, we collaborated with GRM to take it to a bigger platform. Then after that, channel AKA hollered at us, and then it just started snowballing. SBTV, all of them.
Did you expect it to happen the way it did?
No, I didn't expect it to happen that way, but I knew it was good. I knew that, you know, it's like when you know you're good, but you just need that opportunity for people to see that you're good. So it was that thing that I was like, yeah, this is sick. Everyone should be watching this. But it was just timing, you know. Yeah. So it was good.
And I know there's definitely a question that anyone that would be watching this knows about That's a Rap Show. You guys stopped for a bit, and then you came back.
Yeah.
What was?
I think it was like we had a lot of like behind the scenes stuff going on, like people trying to get the show to make it go here and there, and loads of conversations. So we had to take time to sort that out, and then we just said, you know what, we just want to do one again because we love the show, and then we just came back and did another one. And then everyone just got busy afterwards, like Poet's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing. So it was just when we started, it was the right time for where we both were. And I think it played a major part in getting us seen, both of us seen out there. But I mean, I want to do something maybe similar, maybe.
Ooh.
Exclusive.
Give us exclusive.
Exactly.
No?
Is anything going to drop soon?
Say that again?
Anything going to drop soon?
Yeah, I'm working on something for myself because I was doing tutorials before, like online.
Yeah, I was seeing that.
Yeah, but I wanna like, obviously you're balancing life as well, so things got a bit busy. But I wanna come back and start having my own conversations with other videographers and other.
That would
like
be
myself.
sick because you don't see that in the online TV. You don't see that. So to bring that kind of show out there, it would be very informative for people that.
Yeah, and I mean that's why even being here today for me is a pleasure, because I think a lot of guys like myself, we contribute so much to the culture.
Yeah,
but we don't get a chance to let our voices be heard.
It's true, and the internet is so big now. We have to use it to our full advantage 100%. For sure.
That's been the key. That's the major key.
Major key
for loads of people, from artists to videographers to you name it. The internet's been.
So going back to Poet doing the show with him, how was it seeing all those celebrities come through and interviewing them type of people in the same room?
Experiences.
Yeah, like it was like we went from strength to strength. Like we started off with the people we knew in our network, and that's why because I was working with GRM at the same time doing other things with them and stuff, so I thought, you know what, they've got the links, they've got the contact, let's sort of collaborate, you know, show them that we're doing a show, you lot give us your contacts to get access and we'll give you the show. And we did that partnership, and then, you know, things just start happening. It was working. Artists would be flying in from different countries, and they, you know, this is the place that their people get them to come on. So it just sort of happened naturally. It was like, it was good though, you know, but I had to keep composure, obviously, to make sure that we delivered on time, you know, hit deadlines and stuff like that. But it was amazing. Yeah, man.
I would also say, this is a segue, but I just want to say Quason came with a very live jumper. I said it to him before when I first saw him, but I'm going to say it again. I'm going to have to cop one of those. You got to tell me where I got to get them, because I'm definitely going
to. They just landed last week. So me and my boy, we're sorting that out right now.
Yeah, expect to see Ty in one of those, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But also, you were talking about the tutorials too. Yeah, I wanted to say with them, you don't really see someone that's in a position, like you're in a position, that's clear, actually sit down and say, I want to teach people. Where did that come from?
It came from, I like to try and break the mold of how our scene and culture is, because I feel sometimes a lot of people hold on to their talent and keep it very to themselves, like. And I feel like when I was starting out, there wasn't no reference for me to sort of, every reference I had was American. And they weren't, and you know, they weren't black. They were, do you get me? So I was like, you know what, I've come this far, I've still got way more to go, but I thought, you know, the least I can do so far is start, you know, dropping little bits of, you know, knowledge on people.
And I think that's very smart, because when I coming from out of secondary to going into where they're forcing you to go to uni or go to work, or, you know, do something within something that you don't want to do, to see you put that out there is kind of giving another alternative for people in the media industry that's learning it in college or interested in it.
And you know what, I've had, like, for me it was out of my comfort zone, because I'm usually behind the camera, so I had to, like, you know, say, forget all that fear, forget all that stuff, just do it, because I don't know who I'm affecting. And the feedback was great. Like, I had people from like the Philippines messaging me saying, yo, you know, I was like, wow. So just for me, knowing that one person could learn something was amazing. So I'm planning to bring that back, but better this time.
Amazing.
That will definitely be a change in the. When I go online, it will be something for me to watch as well.
Yeah, definitely.
And also, okay, I've been seeing your name around for years now.
Yeah,
Quason Matthews. Okay, and the main thing that always comes out to me, and I always got to be like, how does this guy do it? Is the way you branded yourself.
Right.
So you see in every video that you make, there's always that beginning where it comes on as Quason Matthews.
Film.
Literally, that is like the first thing that captures me, and I'm like, okay, this is going to be great. This is going to be a good videography.
I appreciate that, because that was the intention. But the main reason for the branding of a Quason Matthews film was to sort of let the viewers know that eventually I'm going to be into film properly, because that's where I'm going. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that's where I want to reside. But music videos was my playground to practice my talent and my filmmaking. So I just sort of just letting people know in advance a Quason Matthews film. So when you actually see a film, it's going to be like, oh my days, I remember that. Do you get what I mean? So that was the whole process behind doing it like
Interesting.
that.
And it's funny because it's true when you said you didn't see too many people in London behind the scenes branding themselves. And it's funny now when you look online, you feel like you see it constantly.
Everybody's branding now. Everybody's branding now,
big time. Even some of the people that I think I respect now, they say that you are actually that person that did that first.
Wow.
So
you know what, it's I guess that might be kind of true, because even when I was doing it, I was looking at the bigger directors like abroad and stuff, like you had to really search to find their name, and then, you know, this new trend started where everyone wants to get their name out there. So.
And tell us about the significance of the fact that someone behind the scenes who is just as important, in my own opinion, behind the scenes is just as important, because
100%.
It's the connect, and it is the way that their art is displayed, pretty much.
100%.
So how would you emphasize the significance of someone that is behind the scenes?
In terms of branding, or just in general? Like
in general, as a whole.
Like, well, I think everyone needs to appreciate the people behind the scenes. Like, you know, there's loads of people that you don't see. There's loads of people that aren't famous that are major keys. No pun intended.
Shout out to
major
DJ Khaled.
keys in everything. Do you know what I mean? Even DJ Khaled, he's a producer. Really. Do you get what I'm saying? But it's the art of branding. Do you know what I mean? And I think we should definitely respect people in positions that we don't see all the time, because really and truly they're the ones that make things happen for us. Do you know what I mean? A lot of times, like, so I think we should, you know, and they should big up themselves. That's why I want to, in my field, in like the videography field, I want to be able to make other videographers see that it's okay to step out and start your own brand and make people know, you know, because we put in hours. Like, people don't realize the hours we put in. So it's like, yo,
it's a great segue to what I'm about to say next. But you know what I mean?
So we should, you should appreciate yourself, and
Right. So this is what I was going to say next. About putting in hours when it comes to behind the scenes, which some people don't realize. Who knows if you can think about what I possibly going to say next here, but this is something that happened this year, and it was, to me, it was one of the funniest things that I've actually seen in our culture, I guess. But the hard work that you clearly always put in, and someone that you work with, Chip. He obviously had his little issues with Young'un this year. And obviously they were all in their midst of trying to put out videos. And then pretty much we're all waiting for this L video. I don't know. Like, we're all waiting for this L video, literally. And I didn't know who made it at the time. I know you done the Michelle one. Classic, by the way.
Thank you.
I know you did the Michelle one, but then we were waiting for the L one. And then Chip says, holla Quason. And we're like, okay, so let's go into Quason's app, and I see all of these messages.
My goodness.
What was, please, you know, this is a moment for me. I want to know what your reaction was when you saw that tweet from your friend, clearly Chip. But you saw that directional
do you know what happened? It was a mad technical error. I don't even know if it was an error, but it was just like, I left the video uploading.
Okay.
And bearing in mind, he's hollering at me at like 3 a.m. and it's crazy times. So I'm already tired. We shot the video, left it uploaded, and then for some reason it didn't upload when it's supposed to. So I've sort of drifted off into a little hour sleep.
As we do.
Then I woken up and I see my phone going off the chain, bruv. So I was just like, yo. And then we just had to sort it out in the last minute. But by then it was too late. The whole flipping country
internet has gone completely.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Mad. I was staying up for those videos. I was staying up for everything when that was going on.
Was you one of the people that tweeted?
Yeah, I did tweet.
I was getting abused. I was getting all sorts. But you know what?
I feel like I have to look on the tweet. I was looking at the tweets today. Yeah. I went back and I'm looking at some of the tweets.
Wait, you went
now.
all the way back?
I looked at it on the internet and
I was about to say.
It's not too far. But here's some of the tweets. You've got Quason Matthews said, "Are you crazy?" KMT. We've got Escobar said, "Is this some relay race?" We've got, who else we've got? Let's see if we've got any more. We've got Shandem said, "I am stressed." Oh my goodness.
But that was a big move.
Oh no, we got a good one here. We got a positive one. Someone was looking after you here.
Okay.
Because you got Courtney Francis said, "Get some rest, my bro. You know Chip will be calling you in 8 hours." But yeah.
You know what's funny? Even the beginning of that, I didn't actually know him and Young were going at it. I just thought he hollered me because the thing is, before that, we was already working on a couple videos. So I just thought it was just another video we're working on. And then when it came out and I saw the reaction, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in the middle of something I didn't even know about. But it was too late by then. So
just
kept it going. You know?
Way too late. So we were talking about a whole lot that you've been into, talking about your past. Now we're going to talk about what inspires you, because I know there's a lot of people that are inspired by what you've done, but who actually inspired you to do what you're doing now?
I can't say anyone specific, but what I do like respect people like, you know, Spike Lee and the usual legends that have been there for time. But then I wouldn't say, I saw someone or something and I thought, my days need to do this.
Sorry to cut you off here, but I just see this trend with certain special people. They never say that they're actually inspired by people. They say they will respect them,
right?
But people that actually create, it feels like they always gain from things rather than people. Sorry to cut you off there, but I just had a
point though.
Yeah, good point. I hear that. Shout out to that midget kid.
But yeah, it was like that for me. It was more of curiosity, getting a camera, figuring it out, and then searching the internet for stuff, and then afterwards doing research to know who's in the game. And obviously, like I said, the Spike Lees and the Spielbergs and those sort of guys, I watch their interviews because, like I said, I'm moving into more film and stuff like that. So I need to know who's who in that field.
So, you know, you're saying going from music videos to now, from shows to now doing filming.
Short films and stuff.
How does that even go about? Like, have you had to change the way you video? How did you have to get yourself into the element of video for film?
What a lot of people may not realize is that in my music videos, I'm already applying film and cinematic things. So a lot of the shots are not. I think the reason why a lot of people like my work as well is because they look cinematic and they feel a bit more, you know, stylish in a certain aspect. And that's because I'm deliberately setting my camera a certain way, or, you know, angling things a certain way, because I'm thinking in a film way instead of a music video way. So I'm already doing it. It's just now doing an actual film without the music as such. You know what I mean? So if you take away the music, then it'll be a film basically. So
interesting. One thing I also do every single week is look at people's tweets.
Cool. I was waiting for this. In my head I was thinking, is he going to bring it up today?
But one thing I always do is look at people's tweets. I try to find the funniest tweets that they've been tweeting, whether they've been in their feelings and they've been like, you know what, I'm going to start tweeting some stuff out. He's looking at me right now like,
I don't really get it.
Oh gosh, I hear that. You're smart. But we got one here. We got finding peace while living a fast-paced lifestyle. Explain that one. What inspired that?
Where was I? I can't remember where I was. But
went into that guru mode.
I not too long ago came off holiday, by the way. So I had a little break. But then I just came back and I was just, you know, straight away emails, phone calls, the usual work stuff. And then I thought, you know what? As much as I'm busy, I still need to maintain that level of calm in myself. Do you know what I mean? Because you can get caught up in the busy life so much, you forget little things. So for me, it was just a message. I was tweeting to myself basically.
Interesting.
It was like, I'm trying to find peace in this busy lifestyle. So yeah, man.
Interesting. And I got another one here. One that made me like, I was looking at it for like 30 seconds thinking, what did this mean? Because normally I catch things quite straight away, but I didn't catch this one. But I'm definitely intrigued to hear what your take on it is. But doing the right thing takes more effort.
Right.
I felt like I just wanted to put that as a status too. Didn't know what it meant, but I felt like it sounded right.
Yeah, well, that was inspired by a conversation I was having with some of my friends, and it was just like, it's just easier to do the wrong thing. So to really stand for what you believe in and do what you know is right to do takes more effort, especially when you're in a world where everything's against the right thing as such. So that's what that kind of meant. So it was just another tweet to myself
of course,
to get off the head,
Of course. And for anyone that always sees Quason Matthews' name and I guess doesn't know exactly who you are as a person, how would you describe yourself as a person?
Blessed.
Yeah, man. Say it one more time, please.
Blessed,
bro.
Yeah. Blessed. Like, because I say that because I know where I've come from, and I know the opportunities I've had. I didn't necessarily make them myself.
Yeah.
It was just me being prepared at the time they came to make them happen. So it was like, I'm so grateful. Like, now I'm so grateful to be here, man.
I hear that,
I'm saying, like, because
I hear that.
Not every day you wake up, you get interviewed, little things like that. So I just say blessed. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So, yeah.
Nice.
That's a good attitude to have. It just brings positivity to your day and the week.
Definitely. And I think more people should appreciate.
Yeah, most definitely.
100%, man.
Here's one thing too. You clearly have dealt with a lot of people in position too. As much as you're in position too, you've dealt with a lot of people that are in position too.
Yeah.
You come across easily as a nice person.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've come across many people that may not seem as nice as. Obviously, not going to say any names.
No, I won't say names.
Yeah, But we'd love you to, but it's not going to happen. But how many times does that happen in that industry?
Well, it doesn't happen. Well, maybe for me it's different because I'm actually working with them, so I'm on their side. So I don't necessarily get any, negativity. Towards me. But now and again, you might come across someone who's got a bit of an attitude. They may think they're a bit above everyone else.
Everything,
So you're just like, okay, cool. Do you?
Just
so
run and edit your video. That's okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm here to do my job, so you do what you want type thing. So,
exactly.
Yeah. So I haven't directly come across anything like that. No.
Okay, so looking at the side of you wanting to help people, what would you say to someone that's trying to start their own TV series? What advice would you give them?
TV series,
like an online TV series, like how you're doing That's a Wrap. Yeah,
I would say find people you can work with easily and you get on, and try to be consistent and don't worry about views.
Okay.
Don't worry about views.
Please emphasize that. That was an interesting one.
Yeah, like don't worry about YouTube views because when we was doing That's a Wrap, the first thing was you know what? At that time, we didn't even care about views. To be honest with you, it was only after we linked up with a platform and views started to matter. But to us, we did it because we wanted to do it. We wanted to see what it looked like at the end.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So we made it for us, and then everything else fell into place.
Yeah.
So do it because you want to do it and you want to see your idea come to life, and then it will do its thing.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
And
even if you get like 100 views, 50, don't matter about that. If you said you wanted to do 3 episodes, you do your 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Like we did 6 episodes in every season of That's a Wrap.
Yeah.
Regardless of views. Do you know what I mean? So I would say just do that because now everything's about that. So.
And in terms of doing those episodes, did you film it all before releasing the series, or did you film 1 episode a week and then
so
release?
The key with That's a Wrap was a weekly show. So with that one, we had to make sure some of the stuff was pre-recorded, like the ciphers and the interviews.
Yeah.
But the bits with Poet was done that week. But let's say it was a series or something.
Yeah.
I would recommend finishing the project.
Yeah.
Editing the project. Thinking about how you're going to promote it and market it.
Yeah.
Online or Twitter, whatever you're going to do, posters, whatever. Then release it one by one.
Okay.
So that way you're not chasing yourself to finish it and whatever. I see a lot of people do that, and it's not good because you put pressure on yourself. So I would say finish the project, then release it, and take your time. Yeah,
I'm gonna remember that. That's
100%.
a good advice. That I'm gonna remember.
Key again for the third time today.
Major key.
Yeah, for sure. And I wanted to say too, with your process in terms of the transition with filmmaking.
Yes.
What would you say? Because I guess there is loads of filmmakers around, but how would you say Quason Matthews is going to enter? But I know we've done a lot already, but going forward, what can you say that you want to conquer still?
I would say I just want to bring a different perspective on things, because we can make stories and films about the obvious things that we're all around and we see every day. I'm not saying we should exclude that from our content, but we should minimize how much attention we put on it. So I want to I want to show the stories from people that are just normal people sometimes, people that have everyone's got a story, and it's just how you tell it. And I think the easiest thing to do is to tell the stories everyone's gonna sort of relate to, but then there's certain ones that you can find in little gems, little things that may be unique to someone that you can shine some light on. So I just want to shine some light on a different part of the culture, a different side of the culture. When
do you think you'll be dropping a film? Look, I want to watch something like that if that's what it's going to be about. Because most of the films that I see right now in UK films, and it's all about
the same thing.
Ends.
Yeah.
It's all about ends.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. And my thing is, cool, let it be about the ends, but show me something else in the ends, because everyone lives in the ends. So it's like not everyone's doing certain things in the ends, you know what I mean?
It's funny how they sometimes show that. They show say someone's gone and done this to that person, but they don't show the reason and why it happens. You know what I mean? Why he's like that.
Real. Even this one I mean. Even if you're showing road and certain things. Yeah. Let's go deeper into these guys' lives. A lot of people got issues, underlying issues that aren't being shown, but you're just seeing the glorified side. But really, a lot of people are struggling. Life's hard for a lot of people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it's
big time.
We need to show that it's okay to have a problem and have issues. We all do. So. And I think real films expose that. It might be very revealing, but then at the end of it, you're like, you know what, that makes sense why that is leading to this and all that. Not just senseless violence or it doesn't make sense.
And sometimes vulnerability is supposed to be shown.
I think that's what makes the greatest films, when you see stuff like that, because we're all human, and that's the one thing we can relate to the most, challenges. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man.
And how would you say the famous Tottenham has influenced you?
Man, it's people wouldn't even know, but back in the day, Tottenham High Road, Chip used to come outside my living school to clash and all these things.
Was this Gladesmore?
Yeah, he used to go Gladesmore, and then my school was John Loughborough, any unknown all black Tottenham school behind McDonald's. And then
behind McDonald's too.
Yeah, bro, on the High Road. I think even Big Toe. I think it was him and Big Toes back in the day. So I used to grow up seeing these.
Yeah, Big Toes was around for ages.
Do you know what I'm saying?
For ages.
So, and at that point, I wasn't part of the scene. I used to love grime. I used to go internet cafes for my £2 on grime. And then now to be able to have worked with all of these guys and all these things, for me, is Tottenham's really influenced me in that sense, where it's I've seen a lot there, the good and the bad, made good friends there, and it's just been a breeding ground, for just talent I've seen. But I've just been a quiet little diamond in the dirt. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I'm just glad I can show people, look, I'm from the area too. I may not have done this and that, but I'm still doing something. Do you know what I'm saying?
I would say personally, you're one of the people that I admire, because you came from a place where there wasn't. We have a certain culture now where a lot of people are doing a lot of things, but you came out at a time where we had to search for our culture.
Yes, definitely.
And you were one of the people that was actually heading it. Yeah, and
respect.
I want to say, as a whole, when you look at the new culture now, who do you look at and think, oh, they're doing their thing, they're doing the thing? Who do you inspire? Even artists, anyone?
You know what? There's so many right now. The thing is, for me, stages. I respect all the videographers now doing their thing, because I had to do that groundwork where I'm working with everyone, doing this, doing that, and so I respect them in that sense. I just hope that they have a way of progressing afterwards, because I think for me personally, I didn't want to do music videos for all my life and work with all these guys and all these things, because there comes a point when you have to grow. So it's good that that's happening now for them to build their rep and stuff like that. And all the artists, but there's no one specific. It's very difficult to say, yeah, this person's sick. There's so many. Do you know what I mean?
So, I get you.
Yeah, man. There's a lot.
And Quason Matthews as a whole, what do you feel like is coming next for you? I can imagine you're progressive. So what would you say is happening next?
Well, I've said to myself, I've given myself my lifetime to do this. Like, no matter what I do, I'm always going to end up filming something. I'm always going to be into what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of recent taking a lot of time to look at family life, set up like just life stuff, because you have to deal with life stuff. And then in terms of career-wise, I want to, like I said, I'm writing a script. I'm working on other short film ideas and these other show ideas I want to do. I'm working on building my Cool World network and stuff like that. And
shout out to the jumpers.
Yeah, respect. And so just gradually building what I've sort of managed to put together. I mean, I've got so much more to do.
Yeah.
But so far, it's been amazing. It's been an amazing process.
How important would you say social networking is in the industry that you're in, for people out there that want to get into the industry that you're in? It's
very important. However, it's not important because when I was just started, Twitter was just born. YouTube was just born. Instagram wasn't about. It was just Facebook and that. So I was off social media, but I was still getting my work out there. Do you know what I mean? So, but now that we have it, it's an amazing tool. But you have to, as I will always say, as a creative person or any person that's doing work or you're branding yourself in anything, remember you are your brand and you represent your brand, and be smart with what you're posting out there because it can affect how people see you. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be reckless and getting your feelings, as we were saying earlier, and just do anything, because remember, you don't know who's watching you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, I'm always aware that, you know what, someone's watching me. I'm a role model for someone. There could be a company just waiting to give me that deal, but then I post some crazy thing and then they just say nah. Do you know what I mean? So you always have to be aware of like your setup. You know, so someone should be able to come on your profile or whatever and see, you know what, right, they say they do this, and right, they do this, because I can see that they're serious. Do you know what I mean? And that's what helps to get good relationships.
So that's what we should all use our social networks to present ourselves appropriately.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, sometimes you might want to have fun and do whatever, but you know, make sure that if you're branding as a professional, you stick to a certain standard with your branding, because it's key. Like, it's very important.
Interesting. So guys, I know Junior's in here. I know James. Anyone want to say anything lastly? Got any last points here?
I was wondering, when you started off doing music videos, I realized that you had a lot of movement with your videos. And like, I'm seeing now that a lot of people are using like Steadicam.
I
feel like you was like one of the first people doing that.
100%. So, I can claim that one. I'll say 100%. So I can't lie.
What led to that?
Yeah.
Was it just like you just figured, I need to put some movement towards these videos?
Yeah, it was once again trying to achieve that whole cinematic feel. So I was already looking to see, okay, in film, like, they have some amazing shots and stuff, so how can I do that? Did some research into the equipment, and I found like glide cams at the time. Now we got the gimbals and all these other things. Everyone's using.
Every video I see, there's crazy.
There's movement
like,
now.
No, I've seen this before from you.
Yeah. So it was trying to achieve that cinematic feel. A lot of people don't realize what they're doing is actually cinema. Like, do you know what I mean? So it's like, it's just doing the research and knowing what you know. So it was trying to achieve that cinematic feel that made me focus on movement, especially the Chip and Stormzy video. You see the cameras flying. And you get a different feel with the glide cam than you would with the gimbal thing. But all that's going to be in the tutorials, man. Don't worry.
We're waiting for it.
I'm going to get people chatting about that and stuff. 100%.
And I wanted to also say, one thing I want to see is a Quason Matthews film in the cinemas. Purely directed by you. That is something I need to see,
bro. You'll get VIP tickets now.
Listen, I'm ready. I've got my outfit already. Listen, I'm sounding like a girl out here.
Yeah,
exactly.
We'll make that happen, man. And I want to stay in contact with you guys as well.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
whatever, I'll let you lot know what's going on and stuff like that, because you lot have respected me by having me here. So I want to send the love back. You know what I'm saying?
Clap it up. We got Quason Matthews in the building. Great interview.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Conversation. Anything last you want to say here?
No, nothing, man. Everyone that's doing what they're doing, just stay focused. You know, keep working hard and believe in yourself. And one day, something's gonna happen, regardless. You know what I'm saying? Something has to give, so don't give up.
Preach
keep doing it. Yeah, that's right, man. Come on.
Quason Matthews, LDNRBS for sure.